This video is on network security appliances. Network security appliances are physical devices that connect to your network to filter out malicious content and deny access to unauthorized users. First, we have Jump Server, which is an intermediary device responsible for funneling traffic through firewalls using supervised secure channel. Jump Server basically creates an added layer of security and only allows those with credentials to proceed to a different security zone. Admin can use Jump Server for auditing traffic and user activity for real-time surveillance. Admin logs into the Jump Server and gets access to the screen subnet assets, and all the access can be logged for the last audit. Then we have a Proxy Server, which is a system or router that provides a gateway between the users and the internet. It could be set as a web filter or firewall. Because a proxy has its own IP address, it acts as a go-between for a computer and the internet. Your computer knows this address, and when you send a request on the internet, it is routed to the proxy, which then gets the response from the web server for you and forwards the data from the page to your computer's browser like Safari. It provides enhanced security, private browsing, access to location-specific content, but most of all, it prevents employees from browsing unallowed websites. There are various types like forward proxy, transparent proxy, anonymous proxy, and so on. But you only need to know two types: forward proxy and reverse proxy. Forward proxy is a server that routes traffic between clients and another system, usually external to the network. It can regulate traffic according to the preset policies, convert and mask client IP addresses, enforce security protocols, and block unknown traffic. And then we have reverse proxy. Reverse proxy is a server that accepts a request from a client, forwards the request to another one of many other servers, and returns the results from a server that actually processed the request to the client as if the proxy server had processed the request itself. The client only communicates directly with reverse proxy server, and it does not know that some other server actually processed the request. Then we have network intrusion detection and network intrusion prevention systems. Looking at it from a simplistic view, they're the same thing, except prevention actually takes action after detecting, such as blocking. However, if you take a detailed look, NIDS, or Network Intrusion Prevention System, is considered an inline network security solution. Inline refers to being in between a firewall and the rest of the network environment. What this allows is to monitor incoming traffic, and if it spots a signature match or anomaly, it could take proactive action to stop or mitigate the incoming threat. This inline positioning of NIDS is what gives it opportunity for action before incoming traffic hits the network. NIDS, on the other hand, Network Intrusion Detection System, is a passive network security solution, and it may sit in the inner network side of the firewall or on the DMZ. NIDS conduct purely passive monitoring. What this means is that suspicious connection that matches a signature or anomaly comes in via incoming traffic. It's just going to alert the admin and security team. And unlike NIDS is not going to react to it. However, both are used to track real time at specific points on the network. It investigates protocol actions at the application transfer and network levels. And they both use behavioral, anomaly, and signature-based monitoring and detection. Signature-based works like an antivirus, using database of known bad, known good, and unknown. Heuristic and behavior methods are used to create a baseline to see what's out of the normal, which are considered anomalies. Next, we have hardware security module. This is a trusted physical computing device used for cryptographic functions like hashing and encryption. There are hardened, tamper-resistant hardware that secure cryptographic processes by generating, protecting, and managing keys used for encrypting and decrypting data and creating digital signatures and certificates. It enhances and extends the security of a wide range of applications that perform encryption and digital signing. Then we have sensors and collectors. A lot of things are powered by sensors and collectors like NIDS and NIPS. Sensors and collectors simply collect information and organizes them. They're usually integrated into things like routers, firewalls, switches, and so on, and are built in within the network. Information that sensors gather varies system to system. For example, authentication logs information is going to be different from database transaction logs or web server, so forth. Difference between sensor and collector is that sensor provides the raw data, while collector converts this raw data into a logical information or information that just makes sense. Then we have aggregators, which is a device that can combine multiple disparate circuits or carrier services into a single simple to use, easy to manage course. And lastly, we have Firewall. A primary function of Firewall is to prevent internal LAN from having a direct connection with the internet or the outside world. There's the Web Application Firewall and Next-Gen Firewall. The Next-Gen Firewall covers the network, while Web Application Firewall focuses on applications. You have to use both to give broad coverage. A network firewall can help stop an attack at the edge of the network by blocking incoming malicious traffic, which benefit an application to an extent. Web Application Firewall is going to stop specific Layer 7 attacks against the application, whether it's an attempt to exploit vulnerable software libraries or code-level vulnerabilities. Firewalls can be stateful or stateless, but note that stateless are pretty much outdated. Stateful firewalls are capable of monitoring and detecting states of all traffic on a network to track and defend based on traffic patterns and flows. Stateless firewalls, however, only focus on individual packets using preset rules, analyze data packets to see if they match a particular rules, and then decide how to forward or drop packets accordingly. It doesn't care if that packet is part of an existing data flow or not. Each packet is analyzed individually, and it restricts or blocks packets based on static values like source and destination addresses, and they're not aware of data flows and traffic patterns. Stateful, however, analyze the state of connections in data flows during packet filtering, and they explore whether the packet belongs to an existing flow or data or not. It could see traffic streams from one end to another. They know about the communication path, applying different IP security functions such as encryption and tunneling. They're better at identifying unauthorized access from somewhere. Usually, UTM systems incorporate all or some of these appliances. UTM, or Unified Threat Management System, is a comprehensive system that provides a single protection point. It is an appliance that provides several layers of network protection and consists of next-gen firewall, antivirus, intrusion detection, website filtering, spam filtering, VPN, and so forth. Do note that all these appliances can be open source or proprietary, and can be hardware or software.